Welcome to the More Phenomenal Podcast. We talk all things Power Rangers, including action figures, episodes, and more. But you know what? Specifically, Dino Fury right now.
Woohoo!
Episode 4, New Recruits. My name's Doug. Caitlin
Hello.
is your name. Yep.
That's my name. Really? Is that my name now?
Yeah, yep. You got the green hair going, and we got a new green
It
and black
yeah.
Ranger.
It's like a blue purple turns into green. Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll be the
Yeah.
Green Ranger.
Yeah. Skirt, no skirt.
I will go no skirt. The jumpsuit looks comfortable.
Yeah. This episode might as well be called The Skirt Everyone's Talking About.
Yeah, the skirt heard round the world.
Yes, exactly. I liked it. Everyone liked it.
I really enjoyed it, and I was really happy about the skirt scene because I was like, every photo I found of her, I could not find a skirt.
Yeah.
And that was during the period of time I also thought the pink wasn't wearing a skirt, and I was like, maybe they took away the whole skirt idea. And no, clearly it's just the Green Ranger, just Izzy. She does not want to wear a skirt.
Yes. Yeah. I have questions though. So the morphing sequence, does it know she's a female, or is because the female? I'm guessing what happened was the female before wore a skirt, and when she morphed, it was like, oh, look at your physiology and all chromosomes or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
It was
right.
like, you're also female. You probably want a skirt too, but it was
Right.
like, no. But I think it's only done that because the first one wore a skirt, and that's why it was. I don't think it's It's the morphin grid is not gender being like girl skirt, because Trini, she didn't rip off no skirt. No skirt.
That's also because the Sentai was a guy.
True. But the Sentai's a guy in this one too.
Oh, so maybe they did that to make it like, I don't know. I don't know.
They're making a statement. They're just saying,
I
girl,
think they're making a
no,
statement.
no one has to wear a skirt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. I
think-
love it.
I thought it was really fun. I really like Javi and Izzy. I think they're both really funny.
Yeah.
On
his
Javi
Instagram,
huh?
on his Instagram, I saw something that said this is his first acting gig.
Is it?
And he's
He
great.
did a great job.
Yeah.
I actually thought he was going to be a bad guy for a minute. Like, I was like, is this going to be a new Ranger? Like,
No, he's just a bad boy.
Yeah, he's just the bad boy of the team.
The music dude. Yeah.
Yeah, but then he ends up not like at all being that kind of character. He's like the very genuine, wants to help kind of guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't judge a book by its cover, kids.
Yeah, no. He also pulls off the look they gave him, with the leather jacket
adorable.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if they would have done that in like Ninja Steel, it would have come off weird. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think he's an interesting little character. Him and Zato are trying to go for the reporting job, and he's just.
That's what I missed. I missed the first 3 minutes. Okay.
Well, he's playing a harmonica, so that's where the harmonica comes back to play in later. And he's just sitting there in a business establishment, just playing a harmonica. I love it.
And his sister is an athlete, a pretty good athlete.
She's like the best athlete in the town.
Okay. So I came in at the interview because I watched this at 8 a.m. And I woke up and I was like, oh man, it's 8:03. Okay, I need to go. Oh, I need to go get onto it. And they're interviewing her. So that's where I came in. Do they say why they're interviewing her specifically? Or
So Javi so basically Jane has given them both a story to go and report on, and whoever does the best report will come back and get to be the reporter. So Javi gets the ball that's at a museum or whatever, the energy source that the bad guys are trying to get to, and then Zato goes to the football field to meet Izzy, who is the best athlete in the area, and Jane wants to know who she is and like how she got to be so good, stuff like that. So that's basically how they tied in both of the new Rangers. And then we find out, we don't know they're related yet, but then we find out after the ball gets stolen and lots of fighting happens, Javi steals the Ranger's car with the ball.
The park ranger, not the ranger.
Park ranger.
Yeah.
Not sorry, two different rangers. The
Yeah,
park
yeah.
ranger, which you think at first is like a really kind of crappy move because you're like leaving this poor guy
Yeah,
on the floor and
yeah.
stealing his van. But you find out that he does that very often, and that's because that is his son. And
Yes.
he
I
is the
like
brother of
that.
the athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did think it was funny when they're interviewing them and she's like, no, I don't want to interview. And I was like, I feel like most athletes are like, yeah, give me the attention.
Yeah,
but
right?
Zayto's like, how about I give you a tip? You just, do it a little slightly higher and it'll go
Yeah.
a little farther.
Because he's a knight and she thinks he's joking.
Yeah.
And then it works and she's like, okay, I'll give you my interview.
Yeah. That was one thing that I was just like, really, no one ever taught you that? Just
Yeah, right.
a little higher.
Just a little bit higher.
Yeah. I
Um,
thought maybe
yeah.
it might be like a technique or like, put your twist your hand this way when you let go or something like that.
Yeah, no,
Just
it
a little
was
higher.
just diagonally higher.
Yeah.
Thanks for the tip, Zato. Very
Yeah.
good.
But I like that they're attached to the ranger, the park ranger guy.
Uh-huh.
He's great. I like him.
Yeah.
He's
And
like,
I love that Amelia's like, wait, your dad is the park ranger? And she's like, yeah, do you know him? She's like, nope.
Yeah. But I think it would have been so easy for Power Rangers to make the park ranger like always run away or something. But this guy like was gonna stand up to these monsters. It's like, you return that
Yeah.
ball thing,
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
And then when Izzy comes over, Izzy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was getting confused because the Green Ranger in RPM is Ziggy, so I was like, is it? I was like, whose name is what?
No, Izzy.
Yeah, but I liked how when she came over and was like, "Are you okay?" and he's like, "Depends. How was practice?" And she's like, "Ah, you're fine." I was like, "Oh, that's like a real father-daughter
Father-daughter
thing."
relationship right there,
Yeah,
right?
I liked it.
Yeah, and of course, they find out that Javi is
Has the ball.
the brother and has the ball.
Mhm.
And Izzy's like, well, I know where he might be.
Yeah.
Of course you do, Izzy.
Yeah. No, it's
And
perfect.
yeah.
I love how they wrote everything that makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. And I love how she fangirls a little bit with the
Mhm.
Power Rangers. She's like, "Oh my god, I love you guys."
Yeah. And then long story short, Mucus finds where they're at, and then
Because Mucus is smart. She like gets herself to turn into slime and just hugs the van.
yeah.
Like she's smart.
Who's this night guy? I missed his intro.
Okay, so the night guy was what's the Void Knight?
Sporix?
No, he was building him.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's
he
cool.
built him.
Nice. Like
And
that?
then yeah, so he built the robot night guy, and then the dragon guy is a Sporax.
Okay. Yeah.
Because fungus? Is that her name?
Mucus?
Mucus. She finds the dino guy, the little like Sporax guy, and then comes and brings them to their evil lair just as Void Knight is finishing building this like new knight.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that they're building some villains too. Nice. Because they have an action figure of this night guy, and I was like, "Who's this?"
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Oh cool. So yeah, so that's who that is.
Got it.
And I don't think he didn't die. I don't think he just disappeared, right?
No, I thought he was a
So we'll see him
Sporax
again.
because I remember them capturing the Sporax at the
Yeah,
end, but
no,
that
was
was
the
dinosaur guy.
Who apparently everyone kept getting his name wrong, and still I don't remember what his name was.
Oh, I don't remember what his name was either.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, Javier breaks the ball, and then they get the Ranger keys, and then they become Rangers, and the skirt thing happens, and
they're really good at fighting.
The fight scene was awesome. There was some. I was like, this is showing me some fight stuff that I've never seen before, and after over 25 seasons, like that's hard to do.
Right? I love that Izzy like uses her
staff,
her spear, what's it called?
Baton thing. Yeah.
I don't think it's a baton. It's like a javel or something.
There you go.
The spear thing.
Yep.
She throws her sword on the tree, and then she throws the spear on above it, and then she sits on it.
Yeah.
Like no big deal.
Yeah. And she's like hanging out, and then she comes down and splices the dude. And I liked how Javi gets the 2 swords at one time. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, that's sick.
Yeah, they were super in sync, and I think that goes on to the fact that they're twins.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I thought that was one of the best fight scenes in the
Totally.
4
I feel like,
episodes.
and I love that the other three are just watching. They're like, yeah, they're really good.
Yeah. Yeah,
um,
I really like these guys. I think
yeah, me too.
Javi
I
might
think
be
they've
my
got a good
favorite
team.
of the Rangers thus far.
Who?
Javi might be my favorite
Oh
of
yeah,
the
he's
5.
adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who my favorite is yet now.
Yeah, you kind of got
I
to
like them all.
know these, like get to know these other 2, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, and I love that when the dinosaur gets bigger, Izzy turns to Zato and she goes, "Does that mean it's Zord time?" And she goes, He goes, "You humans and their Zords."
I know. Because that's what they said too when
When Amelia
Amelia
was super
and
excited about it.
what's his name? What's the guy's?
Ollie?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm not too into the Zords like as myself. I'd be
Yeah.
like, I just want to be a Power Ranger.
Right?
Yeah.
But like all anytime something gets bigger in their fights, someone is always like, "Can we use a Zord now?" And
Yeah,
Zeta's like, "What is up with you guys?"
yeah. Yeah. And then she was like, "Is there like a CD player in here or something?" Whatever
Yeah.
her line was.
Yeah.
They're like, "Come on, let's concentrate on defeating this guy."
Yeah, right. You need to focus. You're
Yeah.
in a battle. You could die.
Yeah. Um, and then Zord fight, I liked it. And
Mhm.
then they got the Sporex, and then they learn who the other Rangers are, and then
Yeah,
Javi gets the job.
Javi gets the job. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he stood up and protected the ball
Yeah.
from bad guys,
Yeah.
and so somehow that makes him a better reporter than Zato, which I don't think Zato really hated anyway, because I don't think
Yeah.
he wanted the
He
job.
doesn't really need it. Yeah.
He doesn't really need it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Now I'm curious what job they'll try and get Zato next. Like,
Well,
maybe he'll be at a juice bar or something.
yeah. Well, he clearly had the better story. Like
Yeah.
Zato interviewed her, and then had to cut that short anyway.
Yeah.
And then Javi has this big old Power Ranger ball monster story.
Yeah. Oh, and then the side bits of Jane and
Oh,
Jay Borg, just very bulk and scully.
yeah, that one was, I wasn't vibing that. That was
Yeah.
like classic stuff, but the actress who plays Jay Borg's good with what she's given. Like she did really funny. She was able
Yeah,
to.
I think she does a great job as. Isn't it the same actor or is it two different people?
I thought it's 2 different people
Is
because
it
they're
really?
always next to each other.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
they
the
look
magic
similar,
of
but yeah,
Jane and Jay Borg.
no, they're 2 different people.
Are they?
Yeah, I mean
I
you can.
can't find it. I'll have to look it up later
Yeah.
because now I'm curious because I always thought they were the same person.
No, they're different. But yeah, she's good at being electrocuted and all that stuff, and and saying the nonsense that was on the keyboard. But
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know
It kind
why
of
it
just
just
seems
doesn't
like
do it for
forced
me.
into it.
Yeah.
Like as if Jayborg was also trying to become the reporter
Mm-hmm.
instead of, aren't you supposed to be a good assistant?
Yeah.
So why do you need to be a reporter? But
Yeah. I'm
who
like,
am
is
I
she
to ask?
rich? Like this Buzz Blast got her rich, right? She's
Right.
kind of Mark Zuckerberg, and so everyone's just like, do whatever you want.
Yeah, right. Like
because she's
you're
doing
not really
crazy
a
stuff.
great boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I love Jane and Jay Borg, but their little side plots sometimes confuse me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But
But
overall, I really liked the episode.
yeah. But I do like. I gotta like point out. I think I've saw this somewhere else, but I do like that. It's Women's Appreciation Month, and I like the women representation in this show.
Yeah, totally. I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that. Yeah, no.
Boss
They
lady,
boss lady, funny.
sports
Yeah,
reporter. Ollie's mom is a doctor.
yeah, and
Yeah.
even the little mucus, even though technically she's a little
Yeah.
monster and
Mhm.
probably doesn't have a gender, but as a female voice, I think
Yeah.
it definitely pulls in that comic relief,
Mhm.
so that not one of the Power Rangers has to be the comic relief. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Amelia's
Psychic in episode
the
2.
psychic, yeah.
Or
Lots of
three.
I agree. It's been a really fun little representation of everyone in
Yeah, yeah. No, it's
sprinkled
great.
into the show.
That's what Power Rangers is all about, you know?
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
But definitely thumbs up. I'm glad
yeah,
it's back.
thumbs up. Great. Can't wait for more.
Yep.
Our Instagram poll was totally thumbs up too. I'm waiting
Good.
for a bad one. Honestly, like 4 good ones. This is we're on a good roll here.
Right?
Yeah. And it's not just the shine of it's new anymore, you know? They're
No,
just
now
solid
it's like just a
episodes.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
it.
no, I definitely like it.
Yeah.
Curious what's going to be ahead of them.
Yeah. Uh, sweet. Like and subscribe, tell a friend, listen to the podcast, and we'll be back for more Dino
On
Fury.
Sundays.
Yeah. And other Ranger
And
stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Mondays or Tuesdays, depending on when we get the video up.
Yep. It's usually Tuesdays this, but
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And then, but Sundays, the other podcast.
Yep.
And again, like and subscribe. It's not less phenomenal. It's more
More
phenomenal.
phenomenal.